use that.
So, I mean, I guess part of your challenge here is to try to monetize as much as possible that resource. What new marketing products have you created, or you guys designed that you think is going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I think, that's a very good question. I think, in Sina right now, we are thinking, at least I'm thinking the Weibo marketing in 3 areas, and I think we want to push the brands to adopt. I would say, first one is social branding, the second one is social CRM, and the third one is social commerce. And I would say that I think our products and services or resources should serve one or multiple of those 3 objectives, right? So we have several Weibo advertising products, as I said, like banner-looking kind of placements, recommended accounts, recommended events. Those are more advertising products. And I think advertising products, obviously, probably people think about this as social branding as probably one of the obvious applications for these products, right? How do I get these messages pushed out to 324 million users to see my message? So obviously can help you to grow the brand awareness. But I think also the social CRM platform, I think it's going to be very powerful as well. And I think in that area that we think about the Enterprise Weibo itself. So as you know, we have launched the Enterprise Weibo 2.0 a couple months ago. Significant upgrade in terms of functionalities and features from 1.0, from front-end presentation layer, customization capabilities, SEO optimization to the open API that allows brands can install a lot of third-party APPs, extending the functionalities to the back-end data functionalities. Now we have free dashboard, right? A lot of the information previously brands has to pay to get. Now you can actually see them. So I think again, the reason why we're doing that, I think we want to make Enterprise Weibo 2.0 as the hub, if you will, for Weibo marketing, right? So that maybe can drive to your Weibo, can be linked to your Weibo advertising products, accomplish your social branding objectives, and maybe people come to your Enterprise Weibo, engage with your content and do things like that. So Enterprise Weibo account, again, I think can also serve as the CRM base, if you will, right? And then we're also building some event database, an event platform that allowing brands to create some of those interactions and events on Weibo platform. And so people can do more, engage more with the brand. And last but not least, I think some of the commerce-related products, right? So some of the things, as you have seen, some Weibo Live, some of those products, allowing brands to bring their products to their Enterprise Weibo account, showing consumers what the new products are, the promotions are, broadcasting it out through news feeds and things like that, and making links to their own e-commerce sites and things like that. So again, I think social branding, social branding, social CRM, and social commerce, I think are 3 main areas brands should think about how to use this. And we are building various products to support brands to do those 3 things.
And a lot of new tools coming in. So with this, they don't really need to use a third-party social marketing company to do this. Can companies do it themselves?
Oh, I think there are tremendous market opportunities for social media marketing companies and agencies. And I think for Weibo marketing, again, we're viewing this as a ecosystem, right? So again, Sina, we're not trying to do everything ourselves. We cannot do everything ourselves. And actually, there will be a lot of agencies who will become our partners. There will be media agencies, there will be creative agencies, digital agencies, mobile agencies, social media specialists. So I think brands, I think obviously should honestly look at a lot of those different agency partners and think about how they can help. I'm not saying that brands should outsource everything to agencies, because this is also an ongoing commitment for the brands, and I think the brands should have internal teams to think about the social media Weibo marketing strategies to work with their agency partners. But again, I think the partners will continue to play a critical role in all of that.
It's very, very helpful information. Now, we talked about a lot of happy stuff. Now, there's one thing that's kind of been the big elephant in the room that people don't like to talk about, which is zombie users.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a lot of studies out there saying between 30 to 80% of users on the Weibos are non-active users.
Yeah.
What is kind of the real numbers that you know, and how does that impact the confidence level with advertisers who work with you guys?
Yeah, no, I think that's a very practical question, obviously. I mean, first of all, the 324 million user number that I mentioned earlier, Sina has already done some filterings. So we have already tried our best to filter out some obvious fake accounts and things like that. So we're trying to do some of that. I think I've heard a number before. There's if you don't filter, maybe it's close to 500 million or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so I think first of all, from Sina, obviously, that we don't think that's a healthy part of the ecosystem. I think so. We want to do our best to try to help brands to filter some of those things. But I think again, I think there are two things that everybody should do, and I mean everybody, not just Sina. I think Sina will do our part to maintain, to do our best to keep this environment a healthy environment. I think the two things. I think what I want to say is, one is downplaying or discouraging the needs for these zombie fans, right? So I think, and so that's point number one, and then a related point number two is moving the KPIs and moving the marketing objectives to the right ways, which allows brands and agencies to focus on the right thing rather than just adding zombie fans. So let me clarify that a little bit, because I think the first point about the zombie fans, I think to me one of the earliest needs in terms of why zombie fans they are created is because, as I said, that to this day most of the people say, what is your Weibo marketing objective?
Yeah.
What's your KPI? Number of fans. I think that's probably part of the reasons why you create this market, because people just want to see number of fans. And I think number of fans obviously has its value, but obviously you want real fans. Brands, the fake fans, they're valueless to your brand. But I think so. For a lot of brands, when they first enter the Weibo space, they obviously want to build up the fan base. But now a lot of brands, they already have a certain fan base. I think it's probably the right time for them to move on to the next phase in terms of engagement, the fan value. So let's look at these fans. Let's take a deeper look into these fans. Look at the data that we have. Look at engagement they have with our brands. How much value do these fans create for me, right, as a brand? And I think when you look into those things, I think again, fake fans, they don't have much value. So obviously I think, that's what I mean by the two related points, is I think we want to discourage the importance of this.
How should they measure success on one of the social marketing efforts?
Yeah, I think the second point that I think is really I want to push right now is engagements, right? And I think because the first one is just kind of eyeballs, number of fans or awareness, but the second one is really engagements. And look at the quality of engagements, right? I mean, engagement, because it's also a pretty big topic, right? Because fake fans are pretty smart these days too.
Yeah.
Apparently they can comment, they can look at things. Yeah. But I think again, with the technology is continuing to improve, I think all of us will have more tools to look at the actual quality of the engagements, right? So when they comment, what did they talk about, right? Did they lead to other things? Did they create real comments or real retweets, and the real people are following that? And I think, even with a lot of fake fans, I mean, if you just use your naked eyes, you can detect them pretty easily, right? You look at their following versus their fans ratio, you look at some of those things, I think it's pretty obvious. So I think with technology, you can obviously screen out, some of those suspicious ones and some of those low quality engagements, and focus on the high quality engagements, right? So look at the context, the content of their engagement, comments and retweets and things like that. So that's one thing, but I think the other thing is, as we're extending functionalities within Weibo, some of those things I talked about earlier, so I think maybe later on, fans are not just, they have more ways to engage with their brand, right? Not just reading a post or commenting on it or retweeting it. Maybe you have applications on your Enterprise Weibo account. They can actually engage with those applications with whatever that you want them to do with your brand on that. So look at some of those things. Maybe those things will be
get them out to a physical store to do
exactly. So that's the third part. I think at the end of the day, commerce, and I still think even though Weibo is not an e-commerce platform, right? But I think Weibo can play a huge role in terms of driving people, generating traffic for commerce. And I didn't say e-commerce. I really meant online and offline commerce. As you said, maybe someone's driving to online stores, maybe someone was driving to offline ones. And I think this, that's a huge area. Because at the end of the day, if you can track, if you can know that these Weibo activities, these Weibo fans become your real consumers,
that's the best. That's what
fake fans can show up.
Otherwise, it'd be really expensive.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think we're out of time, but maybe one last advice for our viewers, marketers out there. What if they're going to explore doing more things on social marketing, what should they do and why?
Can I give 3? So three step thing. I think. I think first of all, again, just focus and get very sharp and focus on your strategy and objective, right? So really know what do you want to accomplish on Weibo, as I mentioned. Maybe it's branding, maybe it's social CRM, maybe it's commerce, or maybe multiple ones. But you should have very focused on what do you want to accomplish. And when I say that, it's not just say I want to open an account and post things. That's not an objective. It's like what do I really want to accomplish? So that's number one. Second thing is obviously creating the right KPIs associated with the objective. And the third, last but not least, is try new things, innovate, because the platform is new, right? We're all exploring. So once you have these objectives, objectives should be focused, but the way how you can accomplish that, because we have new products, is try it. Try different things, try different applications, try social commerce products, try to see if you can drive those traffic to your stores and things like that. Work with the partners, evaluate it, which one works, which one didn't work, and try new things. So 3 things.
Excellent. Well, hey, thanks, Ken.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
And thank you for joining us on the ClickZ episode here. We'll see you at the next month. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.